Also under attack from the kid Allgaier.
And Doc, that's a great point, because remember earlier in the day, everybody was worried about left side tire wear, and obviously the rubber that's now into the track, and what you talked about at the beginning of the race, the rain wasn't that heavy to wash it all off, and now we're not seeing that wear.
Yeah, the Cup car's got quite a few laps in practice this morning, put some rubber down. The rain really didn't wash it all off, and now we've got all these laps as the race wears on. That tire wear will go down. You won't have near as much of that left side tire wear at the end of the race that we saw early. And I like what I see Justin Allgaier now. He's looking at that front windshield. He had Kyle Busch right on his back bumper a few laps ago. What did he do? He started searching around on the racetrack looking for a better place to run, and he's made a little bit of time now and actually pulled away from Kyle Busch.
Battle for 10th. Stephen Wallace trying to run this streak to 5 straight races into the top 10. Ooh, he got a little twitchy. Here comes Greg Biffle trying to take advantage of it. Paul Menard's already gotten around. Here comes Biffle, and the 38 of Leffler wants a piece of it as well.
Boy, Stephen had a big run in turn 3 and 4 there and got a little loose in the bottom of that track, and that's what you got to watch for.
On board with Kevin Harvick as he is closing in on Carl Edwards. That is for 4th. Kyle Busch right in front of there. The 3 cars are. And in front of them by about a half a second is Justin Allgaier. There gives you an idea of the top 5 as they come across the stripe with now 39 laps to go.
Andy, I like what you said about Allgaier. He's searching all over the racetrack, and Denny's on the bottom of the racetrack. He knows he's got to get his car up top in that clean air to get the downforce. If he's got that, he's got the momentum also.
Well, Justin Allgaier, remember, his career best is 4th. And right now running in 2nd. Here comes Steven trying to get back into that top 10 again as he is caught back up to Paul Menard.
And that right there is such a touchy spot.
Yeah, you need to be careful. We saw Brian Scott now lose his car underneath Paul Menard earlier. So you got to be real careful in this position not to get your car too loose.
Side by side through the corner. Leffler trying to get back into that battle as well.
You see Steven wiggle a little bit right there.
Now don't rough him up.
He needs to use your head right here now.
Getting mad, you know, so he's got to watch.
He's getting frustrated, but he needs to use his head right here.
Here comes Leffler. And Biffle's just sort of sitting back watching all this saying, I'm going to let you guys sort this out for a second. Whoa. A little side rub between the two. A little bit further back, John West Townley, as he is running in 14th position. There you can see in the 21. This would be his best run of the season in this new setup that they have in the 21 car with Richard Childress Racing.
It's been a tough day to be a crew chief. They had 54 laps to go after they made that last stop now, and they can make it. Most cars should be able to make it to the end, but with this new rule of having up to 3 green, white checker finishes, it could run some of these cars out of fuel.
Well, you saw Biffle on the high side get around Leffler, but now Leffler looked like he was going to try and make a run back. Here comes Harvick on the 60 of Carl Edwards. That is for 4th. So Harvick.
Whoa now.
Ooh, that makes you loose too.
Yeah, Carl gives him a little break right there.
These guys are 1.7 seconds behind the race leader.
I'll tell you who's not 1.7 seconds back. It's Justin Allgaier. He is really working that 20 car now. He's been inching up on his rear bumper.
Oh, and when the caution flag has just come out.
Got a car in the wall, turn 4.
Turn number 4. We've got one vehicle up into the wall, pulling down onto pit road, and it is the one of James Buescher.
And James Buescher. You got brakes, Dave? Come to the first opening. Just come to the first opening. Pull it in. Pull it back here. Come on. Keep digging. Guys, come on back here. Come back here with the Jackson tires and everything. First opening, take a left, James, and drive it to us.
And Marty, I just watched him hit the wall on exiting turn 4 about 5 laps ago. That could have done some damage right there.
Yeah, he could have caused some damage to the sidewall, and that tire gave out. See, it's happening right here. He's already in the wall.
He was running 15th at the time of the crash, and he had had 2 excellent runs earlier this year at Daytona and at California, but this one not going to end up the way he wanted. Our 7th caution here. He was 8th at Daytona, 13th back at California. Or check it, it's our 7th caution for 32 laps so far. The most we've ever had was 13 cautions, the fewest 3.
Justin Allgaier didn't want to see this caution. He was running. He was actually starting to run down Denny Hamlin.
My question is, with the tire limitations that everybody has, does anybody have any left?
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't come down pit road if I had a stack of them right now.
And what about you, driver? I know you always like tires, but what would you do?
Yeah, I've always liked tires, but these tires are holding up so good. And you see Allgaier's car hasn't slowed up. Guys, my mind has changed about 4 times during this race about what I would do with tires. These doggone Goodyear tires are so good today. It's amazing how good they are today.
See, Biffle does come down pit road.
Yep.
This is not a bad move for him because he was not going the right direction.
Well, Biffle was 12th at the time, so he comes in. So does Brendan Gaughan. He peeled off. Joe Nemechek. And it looks like they're going to take all 4. And this is not the fastest of pit stops that we've seen this crew turn out today.
Well, they're not really racing anybody.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, you get in a situation like this, you want to make some adjustments. You've only got 3 cars on pit road.
They went the wrong way, so then they're going to go back the other direction. 43 will get the lucky dog. That will be Scott Lagasse. And he gets back out onto the track. Well, as we've got a moment, I know many of you heard the news earlier this week about Jake Elder. He won 2 championships with David Pearson, nearly 50 wins, one of the legendary characters of the early NASCAR days. Tomorrow is Mario Andretti's 70th birthday. It was Jake Elder that gave him that win back in 1967 at the Daytona 500. Jake, we'll miss you.
The NASCAR Nationwide Series at Las Vegas. Make sure you go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. 31 laps to go. Get ready for a restart that could be very, very interesting with Kyle Busch in the outside lane behind Denny Hamlin. Let's talk to a couple crew chiefs before the restart. Doc?
Well, Kevin Kidd made the call for Denny Hamlin to finally put your car out front. Nice call for 2 tires on the right side.
Yeah, you know, it's playing out in our advantage. You know, track position's everything at this place. Any place that's fast, we'll take the track position anytime we can. And the way the tire is, it just seemed to be the right move. You know, we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of race left. You know, can't count your chickens before the hatch, and as we learned last week. So long race still to go. Hopefully we can hang in there and get a win.
All right, Dave.
And Chad Walter has chickens too. Can Justin hold the inside line on the restart?
Well, I mean, that's a great question, Dave. Verizon Dodge has been awfully strong. We got a little bit out of sequence and took a chance on tires. He's in good company up there. I mean, those are the pros, and these are the guys this guy needs to race to win the race. And I think we can do it. I think this place owes us one, and I feel really good with our chances here today.
All right, stand by, Alan. It's going to be good.
Who gets through first from that second row? Kyle Busch with that inside lane or Kevin Harvick with the outside?
Boy, I'd hate to be either Justin Allgaier or Denny Hamlin with those 2 guys breathing down my neck. I think Harvick's going to be really strong. He's got himself back into position after some bad pit stops. Let's see what happens.
And that outside lane's been the launching ramp for a lot of these guys all race long.
Fast way around. So let's see if he can launch that thing.
30 laps to go. Let's see how it plays out.
Justin Allgaier spun the tires on that restart, cost him.
And Kevin Harvick. Oh, no, we got spin. The 16. Oh, Colin Brown into the wall hard. Our 8th caution of the day, and I don't know if he got help.
66, get me or what?
He was 10th
For sure,
on
big
the
time.
restart. Tony Raines also looks like he may have some damage in this. Colin looks like he's able to get it at least fired to get back. Here we go. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like Stephen may have gotten into him a little.
They definitely got a nudge from Stephen.
Let's go on board.
Inside Paul Menard, we know that's the place that
38 tight to you. It's your door. Easy, easy. Go, go, go.
you're loose there anyway.
Come on.
Can't hardly stand any contact right there in that situation. And it's amazing it didn't take out more cars. See, Tony Raines does get spun around.
And he gets a little damage on that right side. What this means with